Perfect. So anyway.
Yes!
This is Real Honesty with Jonn, Ritland, and...
The Terminator.
Yes, a Raw, what do you call this?
PhiloDoplhia.
Yes, indeed.
Portmanteaus! They're my favorite. If you haven't figured that out by now.
Never would have guessed. This was an interesting show. It had some good moments. Had a lot of the Dogs of War and the Shield a little too much.
They were trying to build this up so that they can get rid of the Dogs of War.
Yes, which we'll get to here in a bit. You had Dogs of War starting off the show and everything. Braun getting upset at his friends and Drew getting upset at everybody. And, Dolph just saying, well, don't worry, Drew. When we face each other in the World Cup, which is still happening, by the way, there was a lot of Crown Jewel hype, but they didn't mention where it was happening. I wonder why.
When we get to the episode, I just realized something.
What?
Well, when we get to the end of the episode, I'll talk to you.
Okay. So, let's just go with this, though. The Shield...
Let's not say we did.
What? I'm done with the Shield. Remember when the Universal Championship was supposed to be defended every week?
Yes.
And they haven't done that?
Correct.
Because
Roman Reigns doesn't stick to his word.
And
he's the big dog. He knows the biggest words. He doesn't know exactly how to use them.
He does not. But Creative doesn't know how to use the words either.
Correct. They also don't know how to use the champion.
By the way, Seth Rollins is the Intercontinental Champion, the Inter-IC Champion.
He is the Intercontinental Champion.
Yes, and this was...
You'll be hearing a lot of this if you watch this episode, because Raw was filled with commentary forgetting their lines.
Yes, and how words
work.
Yes. So... you had more of them talking, and then you had Rollins versus Drew in a World Cup qualifier.
Correctamundo.
Which was a good match, but the countout was kind of shit because what happened is you had Rollins and Drew having a match and then Dolph runs out. Similar to what we saw at Raw Seattle.
Correct.
But he doesn't touch him. And...
Kid touches.
I was 9 when that song came out.
9?
Yes.
I was also 9.
Oh God, you weren't even born. I was. Oh God, damn it! That's how old I am.
Wait, when was that song released?
That was released in 1990, Chris.
Oh yeah.
I think it was 90. So you had.
I was inconceivable.
You had Dean run down and attack Dolph. God damn it! Big old schmoz and everything.
Big old schnoz and everything.
Gender was out later.
Yeah.
So, what ended up happening is you had, Brawl, Dean, and Dolph, and then you had Drew get attacked. He got laid out.
Did you say brawl?
A brawl. Bit of a brawl. They brawled a bit.
They said Braun. I think you meant to say Braun, Dean, and Dolph.
No. Braun wasn't out there yet.
Yes.
And then what you had is you had Rollins win by countout, which I guess protects Drew, but it was kind of bad because it was kind of messy. But then, more Crown Jewel plugs, and no mention of where it's gonna be. It's gonna be in Saudi Arabia.
Correct.
Because money.
Money. Dollar. Dollar.
Yes, dollar. It's dollar. Dean, apparently, says, so what? I'm just a lunatic to you guys? It's on your shirt, Dean. I mean, come on.
Thanks, Sid Bridge, for pointing that out.
I mean, yes, big shout to Sid Bridge Comedy. Great follow. DX recaps and then a boiler room talk with Taker and Kane. Kane was looking at the
my God!
Wow,
this was so boring!
206 years of combined age between these guys.
Why was this so boring?
Because none of us want to see these guys wrestle.
Correct.
Yes. Triple H is the youngest guy out of anybody in this match by a couple years. Yeah. Trash! Really trash. And then you had Nia and Ember versus Dana and a returning Tamina.
Yeah, okay, but why though?
Right. I mean, it was mainly hype for the Battle Royal.
It made no sense though. Why Tamina?
Because she handled...
They headbutt each other? Or is the universe going to collapse in on itself because you can't headbutt a Samoan?
I mean, you really can't. You really can't. This is a weird use of Ember. I mean, I know that they're teaming up, like her and Nia.
Yeah.
Because Ember needs somewhere to sit afterwards. But this was just what? I worded that.
Exactly how you intended.
No, actually, it sounded a ton dirtier than I planned. See a bad moon rising.
Oh my.
Enough out of you right there.
Oh!
You had Tamina and Nia battle the Network Samoan hair.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I don't get
I like how Tamina just looks like the level 20 version of Vanessa Bourne.
Or like the 3 or 4 kid version of Vanessa Bourne. I think Tamina's got a couple kids, actually. So, yeah, Tamina...
But those mobile games where, as you play, the characters level up and they got that stupid little bigger, fancier... Can't scratch the back of my neck muscle bound kind of ones.
Wait, is it like Muscle March? Wii?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
not with that.
Yeah, let's not. Now, Tamina, though, I mean, she was manhandling Ember. I mean, she really learned how to do that from her dad. Yeah. Anyway, so moving on from that. Ember hits an eclipse on Dana.
You move on from something?
Jimmy Snuka was a piece of shit, and he's rotten in hell, and he deserves to. Ember hits an eclipse on Dana.
Correct.
Gets the win. Good sell by Dana. Good sell. Dana's getting a little better. Not that she could get much worse in the ring. Battle Royal hype mainly because Ember and Tamina dump Nia out of the ring.
First, Nia goes to confront Tamina.
Uh-huh.
Ember gets in between them, and Nia knocks her aside.
And
then I think it was Michael Cole who said, Ember just chucked. And then realized he said the wrong thing, so he just stayed quiet for a moment.
Cole is like, honestly, I know he's a 73-year-old guy yelling in his ear, but he's so bad. But yeah, what happened is, because of that, Ember and Tamina teamed up to dump Nia out of the ring.
Correct.
Then Ember was trying to choke out Tamina, like 2004 Royal Rumble style.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dana dumped them out of the ring. If Dana wins the Royal Rumble, or not the Royal Rumble, but the Battle Royal, seriously. Whatever, then again, Evolution...
The Battle Royale!
With cheese?
Yes.
All right. They're really throwing together this Evolution card last minute. We are 13 days away from Evolution, which, by the way, is the first ever WWE all-women's pay-per-view.
What?
Apparently.
What?
Like how you almost poked yourself in with the goddamn thing. So, now we get to what should have been the main event. The Ronda, Nikki, and Brie promos, and oh dear!
And to quote, oh! Ooh! Oh! Apply ointment to the site of the burn.
I am no fan of Nikki or Brie, not that I've ever alluded to that.
Yes.
But at least they're having them embrace the hatred. Some of the hatred's unwarranted. They don't both need to die. But
you all need to go see this promo. I don't think what we can say can do it justice.
We can't. A few highlights. Nikki was talking about how she revolutionized women's wrestling.
Of absolute burn.
It was amazing. Nikki
talking
talking
about... as the kids say, it was throwing some shade.
I think that's what they say. Wait,
why did you say that like Bill Cosby?
What did you say? We know what he would have done to Sade. So anyway, what?
Mother.
Not the words like I said. Nikki did talk about
the worst thing you could say about Cosby after the show.
Putting this pop where it didn't belong. So, Nikki did talk about how she was champion for 301 days. Yes. But keyword diva. Now they're embracing the whole thing. I will never say that Nikki hasn't improved. The problem is
they're gonna win by bullshit twin magic at Evolution.
But here's the thing: what if they don't? We'll see what happens. We'll get to our predictions actually at some point. Here's my problem with it: Nikki is a relic. So is Brie. And hopefully this means...
Which is ironic, considering we have Trish Stratus, Mickie James, and Lita coming up later.
Right, which is sad for Mickie, because Mickey's actually so goddamn good. So, Ronda's promos...
And they aren't considered relics.
But, yeah, right? Well, yeah, because they are actually talented.
Yeah.
And by the way, Nikki and Brie would not have been brought back in 2013 if it hadn't been for who they were dating. Those of you that don't want to admit it, that's part of it. I'm not saying that's all of it, but that's part of it. Ronda's lines, though: you leached out the reputations of your men. The only door you knocked down was the door to Cena's bedroom. And he eventually threw you out like the trash you are.
When she said that You're only relevant because
The leeching off the reputation of your men.
the crowd started going. Yes. And I'm just like, that's hilarious because that's her husband's chant.
And it's great. No, it was great. Ronda doing this, like, yeah, obviously it was scripted. Obviously it was this. And again, the Bells leaning into the hay was actually brilliant. No, I didn't like Nikki's promo because she was putting herself over for stuff she never earned. She shouldn't have been champion for 301 days, which is
Asuka was a longer champion.
She was, but we're talking about the Divas title. The problem is...
You'll never be as long-running Divas champion. You're correct.
Because that title is meaningless. But here's my problem with it. Nikki just isn't...
It's my mom's favorite band.
Train?
Train.
Yes. We're really close to train tracks, by the way. So this was actually fun.
Yeah.
It was really good. Nikki seemed... I mean, granted, I'm sure it was acting. Seemed legit pissed about the Cena lines. Which, you know, Nikki, if you hadn't gone...
It got so deep. But it feels so good.
That describes some of my dates. That sounds like assault.
Well, I'm not here to kink shame you on the show.
There you go. But this was good, though.
Yes.
This was really, really good. In fact, the show should have probably ended with this.
Probably.
But then we get to, so that was just brilliant. Go out and watch this YouTube clip, by the way. Kurt in a Hawaiian shirt. I don't know what this was, but people were already photoshopping him into a bunch of shit.
It's fantastic.
Oh, and by the way, check out his Twitter feed of photoshopping Rollins.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
Yes.
I can't do it justice.
It was fun. Please send help.
What'd you do, 5 or 6 of them?
I think you did like 6 of them.
I think so.
I'm probably going to come up with more. It's going to keep me up for days.
Sleep is for the weak. Dolph versus
Weak
Dean.
is for the sleep.
Dolph versus Dean in another World Cup qualifier. Dolph hit his head hard.
Oh, boy, did he.
Yes. We got Dolph winning via super kick because Rollins tried to help Dean. Dean shoved him away when Drew was out there and just got hit with a super kick. Dolph won with a super kick.
Super kick. You're super kicking now.
The Young Bucks just hit a bunch of super kicks while we did those references.
That is how they get their kicks.
En route, super kick.
What are we?
I don't know. We are jokesters and memes. All we are memes.
All we are memes on the web.
Yes. So, then we're getting a Super Showdown rematch for the main event.
Yeah, why?
Doges of War versus the Shield. But then we get Dolph and Drew and Braun talking, and Braun yelling at Dolph, even though he won his match, that he's still the weak link of the team.
Correct.
And then we get Balor versus Jinder in a squash.
Mm-hmm.
And then Samir is back. Good for him. Swole Samir.
It's good that he had some kind of use.
Ish? No. He's more effective than whatever they had Alicia Fox doing.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite of nothing. Or actually the exact truth.
I think what's going to end up happening is Jinder's going to attack Sunil one more time.
Mm-hmm. And Samir.
And Samir's going to, like, rip off his shirt and go like, no!
Swole Samir. After Balor... There we go, Swole Samir. After Balor won, you had Balor and Bayley there in the ring, and then you had Lashley and Leo, and I'm just going to say it.
Mm.
This was terrible. But whatever. Lashley doesn't need Leo. He doesn't.
No, but if you want the crowd to properly hate somebody, you need to have someone who's annoying as possible.
This is true, but then Lashley with Leo Rush versus Tyler Breeze, and the crowd didn't care.
Yeah, the crowd went mild.
The crowd, they have ruined Lashley. Ruined him. Lashley should have gone to New Japan. Just saying. I
mean, honestly, in your opinion, everyone should be in New Japan, except for Roman. I'm the big dog. Woof.
You know, Roman versus Tama Tonga would actually be pretty interesting. You know, better Roman versus Roman Reigns. Mm. But Lashley ends up doing a whole bunch of poses and everything and this kind of stuff. And Lashley can be the silent destroyer. He doesn't need a hype man.
Correct.
He's going to
That's the point.
He has to destroy Leo, and soon.
What do Smarks cheer for more than anything else?
The death of Kevin Dunn?
The in-ring talent.
Okay.
They have talent between the ropes.
Uh-huh.
Smarks cheer for them,
right.
Even if they're the heel.
So, wait.
So how do you get the Smarks to boo somebody who's really good between the ropes. You get someone super fucking annoying.
Right.
Stand outside of them.
Okay, but the crowd didn't even care during this match.
I know.
They barely booed. They had no reaction.
Give it another week.
They freaking booed him like crazy when they beat up Owens, and I know Breeze doesn't mean anything.
It's because everyone loves Kevin Owens.
That's granted, but Breeze meant something at one point. That was about 3 years ago.
Right.
Why do they insist on ruining talent? Why? Lashley means something.
They're trying to develop heels, but they can't.
They could. They
I
don't.
just said that they can't.
Oh, okay. Well, no, they don't want to.
No, they're incapable of bringing together enough brain cells to create a semi-decent heel.
You're talking about Vince, just not.
Correct.
Okay.
And Kevin Dunn.
Send Dunn to Saudi Arabia, see what happens. Anyway, Lita and Trish.
Is this what the Americans call a beaver?
Lita and Trish and then Alexa and Mickey, they did the whole practice line thing of Allen Iverson. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. I was 21 or 22 years old when that happened. No, I was 20 or 21. That's how old it was. Good old NBA stuff.
That's why.
Well, yeah, but it was famous meme thing. It's still going on. Yeah, I'm not really excited for this tag match.
Nope.
And then we get Ruby, Liv, and Sarah practicing safe eating by using condiments.
Yes, always practice safe eating. Always use a condiment.
And then Liv saying, "Oh no, it's Bailey. Someone save me before she hugs me." Shadows Ariana, you 15, you stop right now.
Oh no, here comes a Bailey.
Here comes a Bailey.
Somebody save me.
Here comes a Bailey. By the way, the theme for Small.
Bailey.
And earlier,
Bailey.
earlier in the night, Corbin made a handicap match with Kurt Angle versus AOP.
Correct.
And then you had AOP to beat up a conquistador that was a jobber.
Correct.
And then...
And Drake was really frustrated in the ring and he didn't know what was going on.
And then Corbin on the... stage...
What?
God damn it. Manages to, be distracted long enough to hear Kurt... Or not hear Kurt in that loud-ass shirt attack him. And that was a really staged, attack.
Correct.
It was. Not gonna let me add that pun, are you?
No, I did.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, it's a good point. We're getting these guys, maybe having a singles match, Crown Jewel, wherever that is, and then probably captaining teams at Survivor Series. And then we get Natty with Sasha, a returning Sasha. Good to see her back. The reason that the crowd didn't care is because Philly hates weaves.
I don't believe you.
You've seen that they booed Santa Claus. So, Sasha and Bailey team with Natty, they're at ringside with Natty versus Ruby, Sarah, and Liv, and it was fine. This is gonna be a 6-woman tag at Evolution.
Yup.
Which is the way to get him on the
Except
card.
that Natty got hurt.
Yeah, it looked like Ruby might have been hurt too. She was maybe selling. Then Elias, good God, Elias.
Correct.
So over. And then just slamming the Philly teams. And
slamming Gritty, which, let's be honest, is fair.
Yeah, because Gritty is shit.
Gritty is shitty.
Shitty Gritty. There we go. That's a good hashtag. So, Apollo then interrupts him. This is just in Apollo was still employed.
Apollo Crews, welcome! After getting out of Titus Worldwide?
And out of that possible storyline where he's going to have Dana Brooke as his manager.
Right.
That's a good idea. Apollo then, Elias and him trade some barbs, and then Elias takes off his stuff. He's going to beat up Apollo. And then Apollo hits a nice kick. If we get this feud, if it ends up with Apollo going over, they're kind of writing themselves into a corner. Elias should not be directionless like this.
Correct. Thing is Elias doesn't necessarily need a win in this situation. He is upper mid-card.
Yeah,
and he can help elevate people.
True, and Elias should be a champion at some point.
Yeah.
Apollo, they have ruined him. Holy crap.
I don't think he's beyond saving, though, because all they need to do is feature him.
Oh no, he's
That's
incredibly
all they need to do.
Yeah.
They actually had him on the mic for the first time in like 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while.
When was the last time he said anything on the mic?
Last year, maybe. And it
Exactly.
wasn't much of anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I don't know what they're doing.
All they need to do is feature Paulo. He'll get over with the crowd super easy. He could be one of your next big baby faces. All you gotta do is push him.
If you had me as
He's got the talent. He's got the power. He's got the moves of a cruiserweight.
If you had me as a manager on WWE, you could not have PG, but you give me Apollo, I'll get him the fuck over. I would get him over.
Mm-hmm. You're going to New Japan. What?
No. I get him over on WWE TV.
Yeah.
So then, but yeah, that was fine. Then Dogs of War versus the Shield. Again, a lot of this was just teasing. Is Dean going to turn on the Shield, or are the Dogs of War going to break up?
But remember, if you tease too much, you show your load too soon.
Yes, and I know something about one of those.
What did I say?
Yes. What happened is at one point, Dean has a pin on Dolph, and then Rollins, has a pin on Drew. Dolph throws Rollins into him,
Yes.
breaks up the pin. There we go. So we're getting that teasing. Dean kicks Rollins in the gut, goes for dirty deeds, and all that. Whatever. Drew accidentally ends up kicking Braun, and that sends Braun to the outside. Then soon after, the Shield hits a triple powerbomb, and Dean covers Dolph like it was nothing. 1, 2,
Correct.
3. And then
It's not that the tension isn't there, but what happens afterwards is important.
Braun attacks Dolph for taking the pin. Then Drew, Claymore kick right to Braun.
Yes. He walks off proud as hell. Here's what I'm expecting to happen at Crown Jewel.
Okay.
Dean Ambrose betrays the Shield. You have the Lunatic Fringe and the Scottish Psychopath.
As a team. That means that Dolph and Drew are going to lose the tag title soon, which we'll see what happens. I hope you're right with what you said on the last review, that Drew becomes Universal Champion. He deserves to. Reigns sure doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to build apathy towards Roman, I swear.
Yes.
And it's working.
Because who's been featured less of the Shield?
Rollins?
Roman.
Yeah, but that's because he's not interesting.
Oh.
Okay. B. I'll say a B, because that Ronda promo in particular was pretty damn good.
Yes. The main event was actually pretty good, considering the talent you've got in that ring. It's not surprising that it was a good match.
And it's the third time, though. That's why it's only a B.
Yeah. So, yeah, B's a fair grade.
Yep.
But, if you must beware,
Yep.
there's a poll.
Okay, there it
You can
is.
grade.
Yes.
You can grade the show if I can line up my finger. Poke.
Poke your pole? That's what you want them to do?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Agree, disagree, what we
Senorita.
said. Like, share,
Well, line.
comment, subscribe, Twitter handles. There's a thumbnail at the end of the video for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been real see with Jonn, Ritland, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes. Possibly with new camera.
Nude camera?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, move.